Hi, I will try to make this quick. No promises, though. I am really annoyed. And if you are somebody who thinks that your divorce is the best thing that ever happened to you, you need to keep scrolling because you won't like what I'm about to say, and you certainly won't agree with it. I just watched two of my colleagues and friends, key players in the marriage therapy field, and they were interviewed separately. But what they both said bothered me so much, I just have to talk about it. Um, when one woman was on a television show and she was interviewed by a well-known television host, and she was asked what she thinks about the 50% divorce rate in our country. And what she said was, and by the way, it's not 50%, it's 41% of first marriages end in divorce. That's not exactly on topic, but anyway, what she said was, I don't, implied in your question is the notion of failure, and I don't really think that we should be thinking about divorce in terms of failure. Many people who divorce have been married for many years, they have kids together, they've accomplished many great things, and instead of looking at the breakup of a relationship as a failure, it's really important to look back and review all the good things that these two people have created together. And when a relationship ends, perhaps it's better to look at it in terms of they've just come to the end of the need to be together. Hello? Do you know that most divorce is a unilateral decision, meaning that one person wants it and the other person does not want it, desperately doesn't want it? And you tell me, to that person who's so, their heart is broken, that it doesn't feel like a failure. It does feel like a failure. I'm not saying that good things haven't happened. They probably have happened. And if you need to get divorced, it's it's useful at some point to really review the good things in your life so that you're not bitter. But that is not what the question was about. To me, had I been interviewed at that moment, the question is about, what does it say about relationships, that so many relationships end when they begin with such hope, such aspiration, and what can we do to help couples so that they don't get to that place in their lives? So that's the first thing. The second interview I saw, another prominent person in the field, was asked, well, what happens if couples argue a lot and there's a lot of bad feelings between them? And his response is, if you're arguing a lot and there's a lot of tension between you, it's better for you and it's better for the kids if you get divorced. Hello? Seriously, I thought we're in this field to teach people that marriage is difficult. And I really believe that when people say that they've fallen out of love or they're just not into each other anymore, it's because along the road, they've hit difficult points and difficult times, and they're clueless about how to handle those times in constructive ways. If we teach them better communication skills, ways to stay connected emotionally and physically, way to retain that feeling of friendship and excitement that people have early in the relationship, then those hard times become less significant in terms of their weight. And then also, you have skills, you have tools in your toolkit to work through them. Plus, the idea that if you're not happy or if you're arguing a lot, you should get divorced. There's no mention in that whole interview about the kids. What about the kids? Neither of my colleagues said anything about the kids. And I want to go on record for saying that when you are married or unmarried and you're a partnership and you bring children into the world, I really believe that it is incumbent upon you to make sure that you leave no stone unturned, not just to stay in the marriage and be miserable for the sake of the kids, but to make your marriage a happier place to be. Do I think it's always possible to do that? Not always. But I truly believe that the vast majority of divorces that happen in our country are unnecessary. Most people who say that they're fallen out of love are lacking skills, they're lacking tools, they're lacking hope. And if you're listening to me and you're a therapist, I truly also believe that good therapists are hope mongers, that people should leave their time with you truly feeling like there's something they haven't thought about that they could do to make things better. Call me a psychotic optimist, but that's why people refer to me as the divorce buster. I'm Michelle Weiner Davis, divorcebusting.com. Hit like and follow along for more ideas, sometimes angry ones, about making marriage work. Have a great day.